Doing great. Maybe even amazing. Might be the best day of my life. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just happy the Pokédex is over.
You talk about the Pokédex all you want, bro. That won't stop me from playing the damn game. I just got the shiny charm. And you know what I just
Surely,
got? Shiny
surely the
Pokemon.
game is over now that you've gone the Pokédex complete, right?
Ha 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 ha. Nice one, bro. Nice one, bro. I'll be back right after this lesson, buddy.
That's Jesus Christ.
Dude, 40 hours ain't enough. I paid $65 for this damn game. I'm getting my
Yeah,
money's worth.
it's true. It's true. You paid $65. You got to get your money's worth.
It's so expensive. I did also, man, the whole entire thing of me playing Pokemon's demonic because I beat it on the emulator. And I was like, man, I like this game a lot. And so I bought it just to replay it on my Nintendo Switch. It's like,
Dude, you stole it, and then you were like, actually, you know what? It's so good. I'm gonna buy it.
it's so good. Fuck it. I'll do it, dude. They really got me. I don't know what to say. I'm a consumer, truly.
True. It's true.
All right.
Um, so the game I sent you is the two games I sent you versus Trent, and I think so. I've watched it and I've taken a couple of my own notes and some of the things that I think I wanted to understand better because I don't know which game's better to watch. It might be the Dreamland game, but the things that I had noted here was that I wanted to better understand why some of the aerials in place I was doing were working so well versus him. Like basically have a better understanding of like was I like I don't feel like I was doing like I was watching him and determining okay now it's time to aerial in place. Like I feel like I was just doing it because he was like at a higher percent and I just wanted him to like get clipped and like I would have like a better like edge guard scenario or didn't want to get like hit by him like flying at me and like just dash dancing.
Mm.
Uh and then uh I think I would also like to have a better understanding of like when I have him in the corner, how do I make that scenario like good for me? Because I feel like when I have people in the corner, a lot of the time, it doesn't feel like I have an advantage. It feels like I'm now playing. It feels like I'm playing a mix-up that maybe is in my favor, but I feel like a lot of the time I don't play it correctly, and I feel like I'm letting them out of the corner a lot, or they will just end up hitting me from the corner because I'm doing something like is not the right choice or right like I'm not playing reactively, I guess is how I would describe it.
Hmm.
Those are like the two like main things I think I want to understand better. But obviously I think there are still like overarching issues that you might see that I think are important as well.
Okay, that sounds good. We could look at that. I'll pick. I don't know which game I downloaded first. I'll pick whichever one that is, and then we'll just
All
go
right.
with it.
Sounds good.
I guess the only
Yeah, I think
thought. All right, you go
mhm.
first. You go
I was just gonna
first.
say the Yoshi's game I think I just had better punish opposed to the Dreamland game.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the main difference in why I think I won Yoshi's versus Dreamland. But I
Okay.
think if I'm just better, I don't even lose either, and maybe I even two stock him. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
I do agree. um, one thought I do have about arrows in place is like what you said about kind of just doing them because maybe you want to stop them from moving forward or whatever is for what it's worth. I think that is kind of just how those aerials are used. Like I don't think you get to use them super reactively. There's some spots where like, oh, you get to pivot drill or whatever, and you stop them from moving forward. But most of the time, they're just purely preemptive. And so it's kind of just like I'm guessing that he will move forward. Uh,
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if I've mentioned this to you. I think I have, and maybe some of my other students. But have we talked about how like when you do want to stop Fox from moving forward? I think aerials in place are a real thing, but I do also think that like they end up being more of like a read than they are like just a normal neutral option. Like I think they're more
Yeah.
committal. Okay, we have talked about that. Cool.
Well, I don't think we've talked about it, but I think I understand what you're saying.
Hmm.
Whereas, like, I'm just like committing into him needing to play a. He is now the one in the hot seat of needing to make a choice that will beat me doing this stupid thing.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, which is I think. I mean, I don't think it's like terrible because it's like still hard to like deal with it. Me doing it, but
It's still, it's You don't want to
I
be the
don't
one
think
on the
yeah.
receiving end. I think that's the
Yeah,
one.
I think I wasn't, like, spamming them, I would dash dance is how I would describe it, and then I would wave dash down and do one,
Yeah.
and then I would go back to dash dancing, basically, because I would be expecting him, because like, I would do, like, a dash dance on, like, a rhythm, and then I would stop and place an aerial, expecting him to come in based off me, like, stopping or because he is now cracking because I was dash dancing.
That makes sense. I think with that context, that makes their aerials a lot better. When you first said it, it kind of sounded like
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like being
like, I was just doing it.
spammy, and I was like, oh well, we'll have to see. But I think
Yeah,
that makes it definitely a lot better.
yeah.
Um, just to finish the other thought with the like arrows being reads or whatever, I think against Fox specifically, it's really broken to take advantage of like using all the space you have, and so like dashing really far back or using full hop and shield. I think those are the ones that are like they are not inherently, but most often lower value than just doing an aerial in place. Because like you do an aerial in place, you get a juicy drill. That's that. It's just that. You either get it or
Yeah,
you don't. But like with like say you dash back, if you dash really far back, maybe sometimes you only get a back air, but other times you might get like a pivot grab, which is also great.
yeah.
Um, there's also a full hop. Sometimes you do get the full hop drill, and that's cool. But sometimes you full hop and you don't like get you're not in the right spacing, or they're not in the right spacing, or something about it is slightly off to where maybe you have to double jump away, or maybe you like have to land with like a back air behind them and drift away or something. So you don't like get massive combos, but like sometimes you do get the drill, and it's just that. And similar to shield when where it's like you could shield and maybe sometimes you'll get the shield grab and that's going to be great, but a lot of the times you're probably going to shield and then wave dash away and then not necessarily get a hit but still have a good position, or like shield and then shine out a shield and then get a tech chase, which is cool but definitely not as good as just getting a drill straight up or a grab straight up.
Yep.
And so I think those other options, I prefer to use those as like my baseline things just because they all give me like a chance of escape. Because, with Fox, you can't really react to anything. If he's gonna aerial, you can't see it until he's landed. And all that stuff. And so it's like I'd like to give myself the highest chance of like both being able to react and also being able to escape if something goes wrong because I can't react as much as I want to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
I assume you're gonna stream?
Oh my god, I just started watching. I
Oh,
literally just started watching and I forgot to say anything about this room.
all good, all good.
That's funny. Okay.
Are you good?
Yep. Oh, I think this dash forward wasn't that great. Mainly because you did a big dash dance before moving forward.
Yeah. I've when I've been rewatching my sessions versus like any character, I have determined that whenever I do the big dash forward, it is like really bad, and I've been trying to like actively think about like wave dashing down once I've taken a certain amount of space. Because usually when I just big dash like, and they're that far away, I just get destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I like doing half of the big dash and then wave dashing down and then like watching what they're doing and like start dash dancing again is like what I would in a perfect world like to do. Like just like slowly take the space and like
Mm-hmm.
watch what he's doing kind of thing.
Yeah. I think doing that is definitely the more consistent way. I think it's fine to do the big dash forwards, but again, with what you said about like them being far away, it's probably not the best in those spots. Like,
Yeah, it's just like yeah,
it'd
he's
be
just gonna destroy
cool
me.
if like say you did the big dash forward, like say if you were doing still a smaller dash dance like you were before, if you did the big dash forward from like here, that'd make more sense because like this isn't necessarily like this is the reactable range, but it's still difficult for him to like set up to stop you with that time. But
Hmm.
now you're dashing back from all the way here. Your entire like threat range, your effective threat range is like, if you could see my mouse, I,
Hmm.
it's like literally to right here. Like this is
Yeah.
like about the edge of like it's both unreactable and he doesn't have time to set up. Because this is the unreactable point or whatever. We all know that. But this is like the he probably doesn't have enough time to stop you spot. And he is
Yep.
just way outside of that. And so then it ends up going well, but
No, I see what you mean. Yeah,
I definitely
basically
yeah.
it feels like he was late to react to my big dash, and then when I shine, he thinks he could get something, but he's also late, so my drill just kind of owns him.
Yeah, yep, I totally agree. Good combo.
Am
This
I
up
just
air is hard
early
to
there,
get. Uh,
or is that impossible to hit?
I think you're early. I think you could delay the up air just a tiny bit more to get it deeper in.
I see.
Like
Yeah,
maybe
this have
instead of
been
like
nice.
dashing, like you could have like delayed your dash like 3 frames and then did the
Oh,
up
I
air
see.
the exact same way.
Oh, I like go immediately. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, when you dash as fast as possible, it just like it's harder to get your up air out at the right timing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think instead of the up tilt attempt, it might have been best to do short hop up air here.
Mm-hmm.
Just because with up tilt, if this up tilt did hit, it's awkward because say if he like DIs it away, he might land on the platform, he might slide off the platform. It's just awkward, and he's still like at this lower height. Like he doesn't go that far above the platform. He's like right around here ish. But then if you up air, he just gets sent and he goes up to like top plat height, and you can always at least get a second hit. You know,
Okay.
that's I honestly think on most platform stages, if there's a platform even remotely in like in this situation, I would just never think about up tilting. I
Okay.
really don't
Gotcha.
think up tilt's that great.
I
But if
think I
you're in like
tried to
center of the
do
stage,
the
it's
wave
good.
dash up tilt because he was at like 60-ish.
Hmm.
But I guess that only applies to like FD because
Yeah,
there's no platforms where he can like uh make it harder for me.
yeah. I think
Like it's just guaranteed.
platforms are the bane of up tilt's existence. They make up tilt just so much worse because it's really hard to tech chase off up tilt because it's so fast, or like they land so fast after the up tilt, and then it's like I don't. It's hard to judge. Maybe they'll be slightly above the platform and you think you could hit them, but then they land. It's just there's so many variables, and it's like if you just up air, there's nothing to ever think about. He will just go, somewhere up here.
Yeah. Gotcha.
There is also this isn't very good, but there is also the you could just nair, and that is
Yeah,
on
I
the
could
table
just get him
too.
off stage. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the best, but I think in spots like these where you're thinking about a lot of things and you might be confused and you might be like, I kind of want to up to, I don't know if I want to up to, I want to up air, I don't know. Nair is just like an easy thing to just be like, okay, the situations happen and I'm not ready. I will just nair and it'll be at least pretty decent.
Yeah.
And it's
I
pretty
agree.
easy to do.
Yeah. Right there, I should have just done the hold down crouch tech chase. I think
Yeah,
I just like flubbed like after because I was just like flubbed from not doing the wave dash up tilt. So then I just like didn't like take my time after that.
yeah. But the way you play it, like fix it, was fine. Like the full hop is good. I like that you go to platform, you take your time in the corner. This is really good corner play. Super duper good corner play. Oh, close. What I do here to make this tech chase easier is I
Mm-hmm.
actually use my crouch to stop.
Mm.
Yeah, and so instead of trying to like react to the tech in place while running forward with shine, I just will simply use my crouch to make sure that I stop in front of him. And if you still want to use shine, that's fine. It just makes it where you are in the spot that you know you want to be in, you know?
Yeah. I see. I see. I think I just gave him too much space after he upbeat. Like I just let him have it. But I guess that's not necessarily bad, but
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily bad. It's just like it's whatever because you're also thinking about side B. That's why you dashed all the way back, which is totally
yeah.
fine. I just think maybe no, I don't have any issues with it. I think it's fine. You just could technically stand here and scope out up B if you want, but if you do that, then you're making side B harder.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, like right here, I feel like this corner play is just so poor. Like he's here, he tournament like I'm dashing past him for some reason, and I don't realize like the advantage I have kind of thing. Like I'm
yeah,
naring when he has any. I think I'm naring because when he tournament winners, I think that's his timing. I think for wave dash, like his ledge dash,
yeah,
and I'm basically calling out that he's gonna do a shitty ledge dash.
yeah. And I don't think that's very reliable.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, what like in this position before I even nair, are you just like dash dancing like in an area to like watch him? Like I feel like I don't even need to like do this. Like right to the left of that bush is like where I feel like I should be dash dancing right now.
Honestly, I think your dash dance spacing is fine. I think you just have to do the nair later.
Mm,
Like you
yeah,
can nair ledge dash, but you need to do it at the timing where it's like it would hit them just coming out of invincibility if they did a good one, and if they did a bad one, they'd still have to like deal with it, you know?
I see. I see.
Um the biggest issue, honestly, even if you did the nair, this nair ends up being fine most of the time. The biggest issue is that after the tournament winner you reacted poorly.
Oh,
And
I see.
I think it's not that you necessarily reacted poorly, but I think you misunderstood how you need to play the situation. Because this backer can work if they land on the platform, but he obviously has a choice, right? And so
Yeah.
like I'm not super big on like just going for it, hoping that he'll stay on. Like I'd play it a bit more offensively, especially since you're at low percent. You could use that to your advantage with like crouch and stuff. And so it's like I'd probably do this snare, realize these tournament winnering past me, and be like, I'm gonna sit here and crouch and figure it out later, or I'm literally gonna like dash away as far as I can and like wave dash down right here or go to ledge or something. Like
Mm,
maybe you could even after the snare dash left, and like I don't think he'd be able to stop you because you can't do an aerial out of his tournament winner, right? And so it's like
yeah.
you'd probably have time to like clear his shine once he lands. And so it's like you could
Yeah.
just literally dash back and then give up this space and then go back right here and then like full up in place or just like something that won't get you hit instantly, you know?
Yep.
Um, that was pretty good. I think you played the corner a bit too conservatively. Like I think after this back here, he gave it to you, and so it's like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you
Yeah.
get to like go up and then go to top platform, or like if you want to take this space, I'm not super keen on it just because this space is super like it's a super contested spot. So moving
Yeah.
forward into this zone is kind of like scary, you know?
Yeah. See what you're
But
saying.
I think it was a free opportunity to go to the platform so you could like expand your like options. At least that's how I see the platform in the corner. When I'm in the corner and I'm on the platform, I think of it as like a if I can get to the platform, there's more things I could do to get out. Because when you're on the ground, the only things you could really do are go forward. But when you're on the platform, you know, you could drop through as they go up, you could go over them, whatever. You could use the platform and go straight, whatever. But you just have more things.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Uh, Snare ended up working out, and I don't think the nair itself was inherently bad, but I think the way you did the nair wasn't that great. It was like a pretty far forward nair, you know?
Yep.
I also think, honestly, after this wave dash down, you could have like checked and been like, oh, he's far. Like, I don't have to like worry about like doing something instantly, you know? Which is, I guess, also part of why I didn't feel that great about the nair.
I see. I see. Yeah. I mean, it looks like me wave dashing down enticed him to like come to me. Like he was going to run forward after I did it.
Yeah. And
And I could have just waited to see what he probably was gonna do something bad. Who knows? But
I definitely think when you do the wave dash down and you get to wait a bit and check, I think you kind of like if you realize that they're at like a further distance where they can't just like instantly hit you or whatever, I think it's like you get to use that time that you've gained from them being far away to like really pick the way you want to beat them, you know? Because
yeah,
like when you do the nair, it's like okay, it makes sense why you'd want to nair if they're close because you just need to stop them. It doesn't matter how you do it; you just need to make sure that you can stop them. But when they're far away, that gives you the time to be able to be, you know, a bit more picky with how you want to win the situation.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh, really good corner pressure, but I think you missed
It's
an
not a death
opportunity.
tag.
Yeah, I think you. This was like a shield drop back there every day of the week.
Yeah,
And I think you could have reacted to the up tilt. It's like, you know, you're gonna shield drop anyways, but by the time you're shield dropping, you could have seen that he had up tilted and like back aired him, you know?
yeah.
It's a hard reaction, but still. Okay, this is the
I mean,
second
even
time to
just
grab into the corner. I think you gotta leave these grabs in the dust. They're not that great. When
yeah, I'm just like so late. Like he's
yeah.
neutral getting. I'm never gonna get there.
Yeah. And it happened earlier too, after this spot where it's like he got up and then like you read him landing or whatever, but it's like this grab, regardless of what situation came before it, just isn't good risk reward. He's
Yeah.
at 93. You hitting him is better than you forward throwing him at this point, right?
Yep.
You might die. You do die. Oh my god, you
No,
got lucky.
I got.
That
Yeah, I got so lucky.
was unfortunate. Ooh. What do you do? How do you get to what the hell?
I think I'm just not reacting to him getting off the ledge because
Yeah.
I'm like here and he's on the side platform moving forward. He ledge dashes. I guess I'm early, maybe is what I think, but I don't know. It just feels like I'm not reacting to him going on the ledge or the platform in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like with this one, you did this full hop, which is like the normal time you do the full hop, but then you didn't realize that he ledge dash shielded. And
Yeah,
so then it's like, if he ledge dash shielded, there's no chance he's ever gonna dash forward into the spot. It's just not possible. And so it's like, I think that full hop was fine, but then you have to empty land and then be ready to play. But since you
yeah,
back air, you're in so much more lag, you know?
yeah. It's
I
very
think
true.
that's the main issue because this full hop's fine. This full hop does cover something and it lets you be safe, but you just didn't react well out of it.
Thank God he just up smashes me at 63.
I know. Fire. Uh-oh. Kind of autopilot.
Yeah, the shield drop back here is so autopilot.
No.
Like that Nair too, it just feels like the wrong option. I don't know. Maybe it's not like terrible, but it feels like I'm just like maybe I'm just not watching him when I'm invincibility. I can't. I don't know. Do you think it happens too fast for me to really not?
Mm, I think it's not that you're. I think there's a part where it's like you're not watching closely enough, but I think the main thing is that like you're not thinking super critically about the like qualities of the position. And so, mm, using this situation as an example, it's like, okay, so he goes to ledge, you full hop, and then you decide to come off the platform, and he's right here. You know, look at this spacing.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, if you're at this spacing, what can Fox do to like? What are the main things that I guess when you're protecting center stage or keeping someone in the corner, it's like the main things you're worried about aren't him being in the corner, because him being in the corner is advantageous enough to where if it repeats enough times, you'll just win, right? And I know that's something we've talked about.
Yeah.
And so it's like, given that context, it's like you only need to protect this spot. Literally, this is the only thing that matters now. Because him being here doesn't actually progress his game state all that much. And you could read the platform, and that's fine. I guess actually the main thing that you don't care about is him being here. This box below the platform, none of this matters to you. The only thing that matters to you is him being up here and him being here, you know?
Right.
And so I think that means that you need to change the way that you're corner pressuring to where like if he's around here and you haven't already committed initially, because I think it's fine to be like, I'm going in there into the corner. Like, that's hard to deal with. It's totally fine to do that. But like your baseline should probably be doing things around here. So it's like you could back here in place here, cover and dashing forward, and then figure out him going up later. Or you could like full hop in place and have the opportunity to react to him going up and maybe drift and back air him while still having some pressure on the ground. But there's some times where if he just dashes forward, he gets past you or whatever. And it's like you just need to make sure that you're both stopping something from getting into this zone while also not getting hit for free, you know?
Yeah.
And so here, I think instead of like narrowing, how I probably would have played is I would have done this full hop, I would have stood there, and then I would have looked at what he did, and then I would have up tilted. And
Yeah.
that's mainly just because the position, you know, if he like I saw that okay, so there's a few things I guess that I skipped when I said that. So the first thing is I saw that he shielded. And that's something that I took into account, and so he couldn't dash forward. And so now that I know that I'm going to be standing here, the only things he gets to do are full hop or wave dash. And I'm not too worried about wave dash because you'd have to get a pretty long wave dash shine me or whatever, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then it's like, I'm thinking more about full hop. And because of where you're at, I don't think I could full hop and drift far enough to actually catch him full hopping and place him right here, you know? So I'd
Oh,
probably wait for him to move off the platform instead of going up to hit him.
yes.
And there's also
Wait.
the added context of like he could waveland shield, and that like would beat you trying to like instantly attack him on the side platform. And because I don't have to worry about that immediately, I'd be okay with staying in this spot. And then after all those steps of me standing there waiting, I could see that he wavelanded forward, and then I'd press the up tilt button, And of course,
Yeah.
he could mix me up. He could teeter and then delay fall off. He could whatever double jump, and then I'd have to deal with it. But I don't care about those things. If he wants to hard read me and teeter, that means he could have just gone back aired as a 107% Fox and died instantly, or he'd have to double jump and then keep playing defensively.
Right. And those are like the huge gambles he has to take because he's at such high percent.
Yeah. Both high percent and bad positioning. All those things combined are what makes this position like really not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I would have thought about this situation, all the context included. That was fine. He just got red. I like that. Good nair. Probably a bit too close to ledge, but it ended up working out. I think
Like
this
right.
you walking forward puts you way too close. I think if you
Oh, I see
stopped
what you're saying.
right here, it would have been fine. But walking here
Yeah.
made it put you in the death zone.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you just ledge dash up tilt or up smash or something, or up tilted too,
Yeah.
I guess.
Anything other than forward tilt.
Unfortunately, true. When Fox is upping from this range, you could actually react to what angle he picked and decide which one to do off ledge because he's so far away. And so
The
it's
straight
like,
one too.
yeah, straight one you just get the back air and high. You get to like do the back air later or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we could count frames from the angle, so we know now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, and so you could decide now. It's like, okay, I'm going to neutral get up, or if we were going straight, he'd be right here. I think around
Oh, yeah,
around
that's a good
ish,
point.
and so then you could back air, and then you'd hit him going through. And if he goes high, then you get to like get off ledge later, and then do like a double jump forward back air or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, this is one of the spots specifically. It's not always like that, but this one is just where he's far enough away to where you can actually react. Oh, probably up smash worked out though.
At that high, I feel scared to up smash when he's that high.
I don't know. I feel like
I guess it doesn't matter too much, but
you. It's just the thing is, if you up throw and he no DIs, you have to tech chase on top plat, and that
oh, you're
is
so
really
right.
bad.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Actually,
And I think you get a guaranteed up smash here because you
probably
reacted
both.
really
Yeah.
fast and you executed really fast.
Yeah, and actually probably both, honestly.
Mm-hmm. That was fine. Oh, that was a good reaction too. I want to see how this worked out though.
He tried to grab my second drill, and
He
then I
was
got
pretty
kind of
late.
lucky.
I think honestly, the big issue I have with any of this is probably that this shine drill makes sense, but you shouldn't drift back. I think drifting back actually isn't good. And I think that's counterintuitive, but when you drift, like when you think about what this drill is meant to do, even if it's like I fucked up and I'm shine drilling right now, the single purpose this drill has is to stop the fox from dashing forward, right? But
Oh, I see what you're saying.
when you drift back, you're just like there's less and less time where the fox can actually get hit by the drill if he did dash forward.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'd probably do this drill and drift forward or like drift in place or whatever.
Yeah, I get you.
And then this drill's fine. I don't have any thoughts on it particularly. The grab is the problem, I guess. I think Fox is a character where if you realize he was doing something while you were in lag, it's pretty rare that you're actually going to get a true punish coming out of your own lag.
Yeah, I think literally, if I was just like looking at the screen while I was drilling, I would have noticed that I was too late.
Yeah.
Like it feels like I'm only looking at my character when this happens, kind of thing. Like obviously I'm reacting to him doing that, but it feels like I'm not like totally like looking at his character, you know?
Yeah, you're not being super specific. You know he's
Yeah.
grabbing, but you don't know what exactly is happening with his grab.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But after all of that, I think you reacted really well to him going to the platform, and you shine, and then you realize he double jumped, and then look how much you delay your back air, and it just perfectly hits him, and I think that's really good.
Yeah, I think I get greedy with like trying to do back air grab. I
Yeah,
don't know. Maybe he accidentally nared because it feels like he didn't like he jabs after
he
awkwardly. I
definitely
don't know.
wasn't ready. I will say back air grab. I save back air grab for late back air. If I
Oh
late
yeah.
backer someone, I'm like, ooh, I want to grab. It's juicy. But rising backer, I'm like, I'm just gonna dash away and then read them protecting
Oh yeah,
themselves.
that's a good point. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm, the snare also. I think this snare is it's different from the other one. It's actually almost exactly the same thing. He shields. I'm right here. I know he can't jump. His wave dash won't go far. Or I know he can't dash. His wave dash won't go far enough. So I'm waiting for jump. That's the main thing. And I
Yeah.
think the percent does make it different because you get less value from winning the interactions in like safer ways. But I also think that means that you should think less about this spot and think more about this spot. And like you could do like dash back full hop rising up air and just try and catch him, or dash back full hop nair, or like you know you could wait for him to like wait to check for his wave land and then like do like short hop upper in place here, or up tilt, or back air here or something. To like really like try and get something off of it. I guess.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when I'm watching this, like, it is literally just not like I feel like now when I'm playing, I will be more cognizant of like what he is doing and what he can do in his current position. Because I feel like when I played this, I wasn't like I'm seeing him shield obviously, but I'm not thinking about what he can do out of the shield essentially. And
Mm-hmm.
he's never shown a card of like wave dashing out a shield. It's always like been the same thing kind of thing. So like I shouldn't have anything to worry about. Like I feel like if I see this for the second time, I feel like I could just go for something juicy like full hop up air. At least in this like positioning, where I'm like a closer than the last one, uh, because he has not shown that he would wave dash out of shield.
Yeah.
Um, and like I feel like I've never considered what they could do out of the corner. I feel like that might be my actual problem is that when I have someone in the corner, I'm not thinking about what they can do while they're currently doing something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That I think that will be like a big like help when I like practice and have people in the corner. It's like, well, what are they doing and what can they do after they do that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Um, like I think that is like the main problem why these situations because I'm literally looking at him and I've whiffed a grab and he's shielding. So now like my time is like okay, if I nair, he's already gone. Like he's gonna jump above me way before I can even nair, and
Mm-hmm.
like I'm just reacting late and not realizing that he's just gonna full hop here.
Yeah. That makes sense. I agree. I completely agree. I think that is a very good way to think about what the problem is. Definitely. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, like he turns his back and shields it and jump full hops again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's the same thing that just happened twice. It's crazy.
Hey, game ain't easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I like this. This is great. This is super good. You get him into this position. You realize he's sliding off and double jumping up tilt just in case he falls through. He doesn't. Doesn't matter. You're still ready to like play the next interaction and catch him staying on the platform. Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if back air was the right choice there.
I don't know. I think the way you did the back air. Well, actually, I don't think it matters. I don't know. Upper kind of sucks. Back air kind of sucks. There's not really a better move.
You think I could land on top platform and up tilt him? Is it tight?
Let me
I feel like
think.
it's tight.
Let me see. You I think if you knew exactly how he would end up falling after the up tilt, you could have. Like if you knew that after this up tilt he'd go out and then actually end up drifting more in once he starts falling, then
Yeah.
sure. But I think if you don't have that foresight, you probably couldn't have.
Yeah, I see.
It's a pretty difficult combo. I do think, for what it's worth, a back air is pretty good here because you hit this back air, you run off the platform. I probably would have said run to the ground instead of jumping off
Yeah,
to the side
shooting the laser is
platform.
kind of troll.
Yeah, because if you go all the way down, then that means you get the pressure of falling to ledge, which is
Yep.
like something a lot of people do when they're off screen because it's easy and it feels tricky or whatever.
Yeah, you're
And you
so
could have
right.
just caught him doing that,
If I
and
just
then
jabbed him because he jumped above the ledge too,
yeah,
or like forward tilted him or whatever.
it could have been super juicy.
Yeah, and then I just flub tech skill.
This is the second time we've done this there into ledge dash, and this one I think was a lot worse. The
Yeah.
timing just absolutely didn't line up. You actually made the exact same mistake both ways. Did the early nair and then tried to back air the tournament winner.
Yeah, and then he gives me it, and then I flub the shield drop back here.
No, definitely in this position, something to think about. How after you whiff a nair into the corner trying to hit ledge dash, what timing you are at relative to the tournament winner matters a lot. Because you could go really early, but I don't
Oh,
think
I
that
see.
hit
Yeah.
ledge dashes, right?
No.
And
Yep.
then, but then you'd be able to hit the tournament winner because of how early you got there, right? And so
Yeah,
it's like,
you're right.
if you think about it's like, oh, well, if I go really late, I might actually just hit the tournament winner. And I could care less about ledge dash. Maybe ledge dash dashbacks, and I'm corner pressuring him anyways, whatever. Like that's kind of like how you need to think about it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Nice. Nice. Oh, I think a lot of your running shines are super shallow.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think there hasn't been one yet that's like caught him moving
Dashing away.
backwards. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that matters a lot.
Yeah, I was watching a session versus a Marth today I played, and I noticed that a lot of my shines that I was hitting were because they would like I was trying to punish them for fairing off the side plat, and I was noticing that I wasn't like punishing them fairing off the side plat. I was actually catching them dashing back after fairing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like against Fox, I don't hit that interaction that often, which is what it should actually be intended to do.
Yep, I agree.
Like I shouldn't be trying to hit the move. I should be trying to hit like what he's doing after the move type of thing.
Yep,
It's really
I
just not
completely agree.
possible.
Yeah. I do understand ending up in this position, being like, I want to do something, and so you running shine. But I think full hop is great. I also think what you could do is you could also just go to side platform and then go to top and reposition so that you get
Yeah.
to play out a new type of interaction. Because this type of interaction fucking sucks. You feel like you're in the corner and you have to do something, and wave dash down isn't that good because you're pretty close to each other. I don't want to like run up shield because that fucking sucks. I don't want to go into the corner. It's like full hopping and platform let you like play
It's
more
like
free interactions.
yeah, just get a different interaction.
Yeah. I don't like feeling super restricted like this. So that makes sense why you want to make an interaction.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the same thing as the stuff we talked about
Yeah,
before.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just shield jump to side plat and me not do anything about it.
Yeah, I think you're too worried. Again, it's just you're too worried about him being here instead of him being here. This full hop is exactly that, where it's like it would hit him being here, but like I don't care. He's gonna stay there for as long as I need him to stay there, as long as he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't get to here. Um, this is just a thought, but out of when your shine like miss it, or when you're not sure if your shine's gonna hit, you should try a lot more shine full hop. Shine full hop's really good instead
Yeah,
of
I
doing shine
actually think
drill.
I also think I like wave dash uh or ledge dash jump shine and then like escape to one of the platforms.
Yep, I think that's really
Y-
good too.
Yeah, if anything, it's not even like meant to like do something new, but it just gets you out of the position you're in.
Yeah, yeah. Here's another example of the shallow running shine right here. It's just like when you I think you need to check your spacing between you and the fox more before you decide to dash forward. Because like
Yeah.
this could have been done in steps. You could have like did a big dash forward, started dash dancing, and then been like, maybe I want to running shine, and then the spacing would have been meaningfully better.
Mm,
Yeah, I think that narrow's fine. This snare is different because he was like really locked into the corner, you know. And so it's like I'm okay with you naring there, especially because if it
Oh,
did hit,
because he's behind the platform. Is that what you mean?
it's not even like that. It's more like the situation before made me know that he's like, since he was falling with the back gear, he's in a ton of lag, and you're actionable. He's just like he's at your whims essentially because he
Mm,
doesn't want to act instantly. Because if he acts instantly, he might just get caught by you going as fast as possible, and then don't get hit off stage and die. And he kind of has to stay there for a little while. And even if you do delay your nair, it's like if he didn't move into it instantly or like risk this, then that means that the next timing that he can move at is out of the way of this nair, and he can't dash. He has to like roll or something, and so it's like you don't get directly punished by it because of how the situation started. Does that make sense?
yeah, I see.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm like this nair's fine. He's just in such a shitty position to where like he can't actually punish you for doing it, and you played it pretty conservatively. Um, it's probably fine. I like this. That worked
Like,
out.
is that first? If you go back to the first nair that hits, is this nair right here hitting because he's just like my timing of hit running in like this is just owning him? Like I don't really like I'm doing this and it's hitting. I feel like it's good, but I feel like I don't understand why like this nair is like hitting him. Like I can't tell if he's like baited by me nairing, so he thinks he has a chance to run in basically, or uh
I think from his perspective, he is playing defensive and you just whiffed a nair right in front of him.
mhm.
He probably thinks that you're like feeling, oh man, I just whiffed that nair. I need to defend myself, right? That
Oh, I see. I'm like defensive, and then suddenly I'm offensive. Like I've tricked him into thinking that I'm going to be defensive. Is
yeah,
what you're saying?
yeah. His idea of the situation is you just did something that didn't work and didn't feel that great, and so now you're probably gonna defend yourself. And so he's like, I get to be aggressive now. But you
Uh,
did the opposite thing and prevented that. Yeah.
I got you.
And I mean, I think that nair was good. I think the rank shine probably wasn't that great, but I like that nair instead of drill. It's knockdown percent, so nair works better. Totally fine. And then this nair especially, I think is actually good. Yeah.
I
And
see.
then I like your corner pressure. This rank shine, mm, I don't think this running shine is very good. That running shine was like a I'm gonna hit where he's at running shine instead of
Yeah,
like
it
a I'm
is.
gonna hit where he's going. And it
Yeah,
just ended up
it's like
working out.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to hit him where he was.
Yep. This corner pressure is fine. Up tilt was probably fine. I would lean into shine more just because if I whiff the shine, I'm safer. Like I could shine double jump to top plat or whatever, and I
Oh
could like
yeah.
time it. But I think the up tilt's fine. The problem is you dash forward after the up tilt.
Yeah.
It just when you have him in the corner, you don't ever need to decide to move into this spot. You just he will stay here. You know, even if he has this amount of stage, it just doesn't change anything. You know, he's still
Yeah.
kind of locked in because if he gets hit randomly, guess where he's going? Right back into the corner. And guess what? You have the entirety of the stage behind you and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
and
True.
so it's like I'm always worried about him moving forward rather than him staying where he's at.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Wow, I messed up. That worked out. Oh, you up smashed. I didn't know you could hit it.
I just I feel like it wasn't even good because it didn't kill after that.
Yeah, I was thinking
Well,
forward smash, honestly.
oh wait, yeah, Fortnite is way better.
Hit him with the Falco.
True. I just like forget to hit the C stick.
Happens.
Little nervous melee.
Yeah. That was good invincibility.
Damn, I barely got grabbed. I feel like.
Yeah. I uh he just baited you really bad. I think the drift on the drill wasn't very good. I think you had no
Full drifting.
reason. Yeah, I think you had no reason to full drift in.
I see. Yeah, that's a fair point too.
It's because look at how close he was when you landed, and you realize how close he was. It's like if he's going to dash forward, he's gonna get hit in this spot, not over
Mm.
here.
Oh
It,
yeah, you're right.
and yeah, and so that's like why I'd be willing to do drift back drill, have it stop right here, and then if he does dash back the way he does, instead of you being right here in front of him, you're back here, and you get to actually play the game without like feeling threatened,
Yep.
No, awesome. Oh, yeah, that was fine. Oh, shallow running shine, it got you hit this time.
Yeah, he punished me for it.
Uh, yeah, you just use your. I think the biggest thing is using your dash dance rather than even wave dash down. Just using your dash dance to change the spacing a little bit, because it could have changed a lot if you did like one longer dash dance here and then set the new center of your dash dance to like right here instead of it being right here. Like that
Yeah.
changes a lot, you know, and it's a pretty minor like movement, and this snare probably wasn't that great. I think
No, he's at fucking 10%. I would get crouch canceled.
yeah, he's
So
at super low percent, and then I also think the added context of you doing this laser before after he rolled made it where like I don't think the timing ended up being very reasonable.
oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I don't from his perspective, I don't really see a reason to dash forward. I just rolled and jabbed. I need to get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're messing up. Yeah, see, dude, up till it goes to platform and nothing good happens ever. Like, oh,
Yeah, you're
guess
so
you
right.
should have rising up, Aaron.
This is still chain grab, I think too. I think I was just I think I just didn't react to him going straight up. I kind of felt like he was gonna go to platform, and then when he didn't, I like reacted really late, so I just up tilted because my hands were already there.
That makes sense. Oh, do not wave dash back there. You should always wave dash down here so you could actually tech chase second place.
Yeah, that is such a good. Yeah,
Oh,
because even if he goes behind me, I can still react.
yeah, you still get the dash back grab or whatever.
Yeah.
You should probably run off shine after that there, I think. You giving up this combo is like a game loser because this could be nair forward smash, this could be nair run off shine. Like he just needs to get hit further away, but instead he gets to fall the ledge, and now you might lose due to like a combo or something. Um, I haven't mentioned it, but this is like the third time where you've landed and you've been in lag and you're like, I need to jump as a decision afterward. But then it's like you get hit during your jump startup frames.
Hmm.
And I think changing your habit from like jumping when you're unsure if you want to stop him and he might be too close to hit you or whatever, just shield. Like you could always just bear and shield, and it's like he's not gonna run up raw grab. That would be genuine insane person behavior. Like he'd be
Yeah.
hard reading the shield. And then it's like if he does this shine and you're shielding, oh, you get to shine on his shield him for free, or like whatever. If he runs up in there, shines on the shield, you get to like actually play a situation out, which is desirable.
Yeah. Seriously.
Oh, the autopilot back air. It came back. I think the double jump's really good. I like this. Landing on the platform is great, but this back air just had no chance.
Yeah. It just puts me in unneeded lag.
Yeah, and then the nair after felt kind of gritty too. I think if you were
Yeah.
like,
I'm like trying to hit his lasers, and
yeah,
it's just like I'm not gonna get there.
I think if you were paying a bit more attention, because this nair I think you decided to do before you realized he was lasering. If you like were
Yeah.
like, I'm in a decent spot, even after this back air, you would realize he's full hop lasering, and you would literally run up dash attack and end the game immediately.
Yeah. You're so right.
Oh, shallow running shine got you. Now you might lose because of it. Oh, charge up smash. No, it wouldn't have killed, but it would have been good. No, you just missed your nair. That sucks. Oh my god, don't go in. Stay away, stay away. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jab battles, and then you double jump into that and you're dead.
Yeah.
Wow. That
It's just unfortunate.
very unfortunate, but
But I think that if I just practice like 3 of the things, it's not even like last stock. It's just a 2 stock.
yeah, probably. Things are going pretty well for you most of the game. I don't think very much, very many interactions actually were like, "Oh, you got hard outplayed." I feel like most of them were like, "Mm, they're fine," you know.
Yeah, I think that a better player would probably destroy me for doing my shallow shines. Also, like putting myself in the corner for the nairs and not like playing the like after I do the nair, playing the situation poorly could also get me owned really hard.
Hmm.
Uh, if like a better player was against me, like I think they're like those are 2 things that I could really get owned for. Um, those are like I feel like those are the 2 things that I think about the most when I think about like bad. Oh, also jumping after I do like an aerial.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have that much time left, but I guess you want to pull up a random game of me versus Trent, and then
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see
done.
how that goes. Fortunately, Trent's one of the few players I actually have games against, so it'd be you could do this thing instead of just watching me versus a random player.
Yeah. I wonder if he does the shield jump like against you.
Oh, maybe we'll see. Can't believe my dash shot got caught.
Dude, he always waits to like tech chase on the platforms after he up throws.
Yeah, he never
Notice?
actually just hits the up air. He delays it
Yeah.
always. Oh, I messed up.
I like how you took your time too. You're just like waiting for a better time to come down, basically.
Yeah,
Like short hopped on the platform a couple times.
double jumped away. Wasting time. I come down and I shield. That's the big thing. I meant to wave dash shine, which actually would have hit him, but whatever. But then after, guess what? Look where he's at. He's in the corner. Oh, my brain switches. I'm only worried about my box. And guess what? I go back. And then I go back in, but that's after, I had checked if my box was available, and then I realized that he was committing to just dash dancing there.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's why you did the big dash.
Yeah. And
See.
same thing for this one, where it's like, I'm only worried about him going into this zone. Once he stays in that zone, he nared there. Oh, I'm okay. I'll just running shot him in the corner. And then I get my
Yeah.
combo.
Jesus.
I know. It looked kind of freaky, but. Oh, look what happened. I went into his zone and I immediately got hit.
Yeah, he did a pretty good like falling back here to kind of trick you, I feel like too.
Yeah, that's pretty unique. Sheesh. Up throw backer so easy. I didn't even think it
Yeah,
was that
good.
good, but it's just easy.
Oh.
Oh, how did I miss that up air? Oh, look at this. I like this a lot. So he's dashing. Trent has dashed forward a lot against me. But I've been doing a
Mm,
few varied things to like actually get out the way. It's like here I did the really long dash back and I got out the way and then I played pretty like passively. I could have hit him, but I'm just trying to like make him swing so I could get out for free.
yeah.
And now look how I play the corner. I like this a lot. I don't go into the corner, even though I have a good, I have the stock advantage and I have good percent if he gets hit. But like, I'm just gonna back air. I'll react to the fact that he dashed and full hopped or double jumped or whatever and didn't like back air out my full hop. And then I up tilt just to catch a timing. Doesn't work. Guess what? I shield afterward. And I assume I'm gonna get a shine on a shield. No, I wave dash. I fucking have shit tech skill. But, you know, that's all like the play. I'm taking my time and I'm using the space I have and I'm trying to like make that the
Yeah.
advantage. Oh, I really like this. This is a very not autopilot action. I see him and I do shine. Because if it hits, it's cool. And if it doesn't hit, I still have like a reasonable position. This backer wasn't very good though.
Yeah, it's way better because you know you can't get like a good drift if you do an aerial to like not get hit.
Yeah.
So it's like the next best thing, I think.
Yep. I agree. All right. Well, I was invincible, so that's why I nerded into the corner.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. I messed up, but
Unfortunate.
I do follow the same thing where it's like I want to be here because this is the zone I need to keep him in, and
Yeah,
it's fine. This
dude, if you
there,
just up aired.
I know he could have just up aired, but he does his
I don't know
thing.
why he likes to play this way.
That's just what he do. He's always done it. This
Crazy.
snare is different from the other ones, specifically because him coming down from the platform is a likelihood if he's autopiloting. And so,
Oh, I see.
yeah, this is like a read more so than like a, it's like I know he's gonna come down because most people will automatically come down after whiffing that without like checking. Backer
Yeah.
high, everyone knew.
Damn. Invincibility's fucking gone.
I know. Look at this. He goes up, he tries to catch me, I waveland away, whatever. I drop down, waveland back, and then he gets hit the moment he comes out of invincibility, right?
Yeah.
It's just like this is like what you want your invincibility to look like. And now he might just die. And I'm okay with going for this read specifically because like in my mind, I hit him to the ledge, he's kind of pressured. I'm thinking I could go for like a bigger read just to like catch him because I think he might like make, certain type of decision or whatever. And it's like that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I see.
Oh, I like how I play this corner. Even though the corner happened super spontaneously, I still play
Yeah,
around
I
the
see what you're saying.
edge. And I CC, maybe he back airs, I shine, whatever. Cool. Nice. I like this too. So after
Yeah,
this,
I wanna replace running off with aerials with just running off shine and then double jumping like away if I don't hit them.
yeah. Yeah, let's see what this snare was. Because I think this snare is different from the other ones. This one, yeah. I saw him spot dodge, and I was like, okay, if he wants to come out the corner, he's going to have to deal with this because he's in the exact corner. Once he's
Yeah.
this far back, the only things he can do are full up in place or dash forward or something or shield. And it's like I'm willing to like play that mix up because it's advantageous enough.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Oh,
Oh.
he should have died. Let's see this attack into the corner.
Are you
Landed.
trying to hit his lag? Is that what it is? Or oh no, you're
No,
dashing away.
I didn't dash forward there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just ready to keep dash dancing. And then
Oh, you actually overshoot a little bit actually.
yeah, I overshot. Yeah. That's the main thing is
Yeah,
uh,
you went way deeper than I thought you would.
I think it's that I saw him up there and then with the wave dash, I was able to check what type of thing he was doing out of the full hop. And so I was like, "Oh, he's like staying in place still or whatever." And so it's like I'm willing to like move forward and just like press him into the corner because if he dashes forward and stops me, that's fine because for him that's really bad risk reward. I could be back airing here, I could be full hopping here, I could be up smashing here, I could be naring, drilling here, I could be doing any button in the world here, and he could get
Yeah.
hit. And so then it's like I'm willing to read that he'd move backwards just because of that risk reward for him. And so then I go all the way back or all the way into the corner to like catch him trying to do a dash dance.
Yeah. Oh wow, you like shined hella far out of there.
Yep. Because I don't care about where he's at. I'm trying to like read the next situation well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he could be anywhere. After that
You could
back air, he
use
could be
dash back,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, he could be anywhere. And so it's like, I'm just going to pick one that is like, he'll actually move from this spot. Because if I hit here, it'll never work. But if I hit in one of the other places, at least it'll hit, or work sometimes. And so I
Yeah.
go past them. And then I hit this, I missed the back air, but that's fine. And then I do the thing that you did, where it's like, after I whiff in front of him, he's probably thinking I might be scared. But I'm not. Inside
Yes.
there. Yeah.
I see.
Oh, that's about it. It's just the corner stuff, I think, for you mostly.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the corner stuff and also like I think it's mainly like just thinking about what the other person has available to them.
Yep.
I think if I just take that to like my practice sessions, it'll be really big for me.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I think that was yeah, and then because now I understand better why like a lot of my like areas in place were like working because it's just like I'm defensive and now I'm offensive, so that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I guess also one final thing is think
mhm.
about using your what's it called? Your dashes to take space more slowly so that you don't end up doing like super shallow running shines. Like
Yeah, yeah.
incrementally, it's hard to do it against Fox because Fox is fast and he hits a lot of places. But being able to incrementally take space, even if it's for like half a second before you commit, matters a lot because that one foxtrot length is the difference between you getting drilled and you just hitting his dash back right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's all I have.
Yeah, that's all I got too. All right. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a
All right.
good rest of your
Peace.
night. If you have any questions, you could always ask, as you
I'll let you
normally
know.
do. All right.
Alrighty, peace out.
Later.